Day 11's ride from Fallon to Middlegate will cover 48 miles of terrain that will turn more and more desert-like. Today would start with overcast skies that would eventually break apart into another perfect day. The views would start to look like another planet, so far from last week, so far from the Midwest. The day would include a literal mountain of sand and a pass of just over 4,600 feet, a reasonable climb to help build the confidence, and it would lead to some beautiful views.
All right, mile 34. Just stopped back there and had a little tortilla with peanut butter, a couple of drinks of water. Just nowhere to sit or nowhere to lean your bike up against stuff out here. So I used the sign by the bridge, showing you that there's a bridge there, or a little, culvert. So that worked. Should be less than 16 to go. Feel like I got a little bit of tailwind back as well, which is nice. That's the stop for tonight. This place is supposed to have the best burgers in the West. And has free camping. I don't know if that means there's showers. I don't know if that means there's electricity. We're gonna find out.
The nostalgia of this place did disappoint, nor did the legend of the burger. Later in the day, a couple of crazy Canadian cops rode into camp on their bikes, so we grabbed dinner together and swapped stories of this and past adventures. I was pleased to find out that they were riding the same route I was for the next several days across Nevada.
All right, I'm back on Route 50. Headed to Austin today, and lots of climbing, but I did get a really good night's sleep. Met two guys that were riding basically the same route, at least to Salt Lake City, and last night they came in a few hours later than I did, but that was because they were traveling a lot farther. So, but got out early. It's about 6:40, so I'm gonna try to get about 15 miles in today, or this morning, and then grab some breakfast at the next spot, refill water bottles, and then there's 50 miles of no services, so lots of climbing. It can be a big challenge. So this is the famous shoe tree. It's supposed to bring you luck, I guess, to throw shoes and see how many times it takes you to get them to hook into the tree. But I didn't bring any spare shoes, so that ain't gonna happen for me today. Hopefully it smiles upon my route and gives me good luck anyways. Oh boy. Since this spot's nice and close to the road, I thought I'd stop and take a look at it.
As important as the Pony Express was, it only lasted for about a year and a half. Pony Express wasn't government funded. It was a private venture that never made any money and went out of business 4 days after the first coast-to-coast telegraph message was sent.
Not supposed to rain today, but potentially, I guess. Hopefully it passes before I get over there. This is gonna be breakfast. Got some sort of sign up going on over there. Looks like they might be having some sort of poker run or something, maybe. Lots of side-by-sides. Just left Cold Springs about a mile ago. Had a breakfast burrito and an orange juice. Refilled the water bottles. Refilled the water bladder in the Camelback. And it's 50 miles to Austin, so we'll see how it goes. So we got some thunder and some rain out here to the right of me. I think the wind's blowing the right direction, so should be okay. Starting to catch a few more raindrops again. Haven't put my coat on though, because I feel like I'll overheat if I do. But it's like 31 miles to Austin. Looks like the wind's gonna blow the right direction now, hopefully. All right, so I stopped and put the rain jacket on, which means I have to slow my progress, or I'll overheat, so at least till the storm passes. Hopefully it won't be more than an hour, but I'm gonna try to get, I don't know, 6 to 8 miles in at that pace. Got an uphill coming up here as well, so it's not gonna get very warm today. I think it was supposed to be like a high of 64. So I mean, stuff dries out pretty quick out here, but I just don't want to take any risks, so slow and steady. That is the remains of one of the Pony Express places. We go down there and not gonna be able to see it any better, I don't think, so I'm gonna keep riding. I just stopped, put my rain pants on. Of course, sun comes out. But we're here to my left. It looks like there's another storm coming, so I'm gonna keep these on. Also for the warmth, it's pretty cold up here. I'm back to just at 6,000 feet of elevation, so got a couple passes today that fall in that 6,000 to 7,000 foot range, so hopefully I get one coming up here just to help the morale a little bit. It's nice to make those milestones. We're about 38 for the day. I think 61 or 62 is the total, so got more work to cut out, but making progress. possibly 8. Can't remember where I was at that last pass. So it's been a very nice break. Not pedaled at all, just trying to relax, conserve as much energy as I need for the last uphill. Got 11 miles left to go. I think I have 7 more miles to go, and I believe, and I'm going to be disappointed if this isn't the case, but I believe I can see Austin out in the distance. And I am making really good time with this tailwind, probably created by that storm.
I climbed a steep grade to get into Austin and grabbed dinner at a place that I couldn't tell if it was just opening or about to close. I grabbed a room in a motel and made my way back out that evening for some pizza at Grandma's living room.
So I just made my breakfast there in the office. They've got a hot water dispenser, and I made some oatmeal, a couple packs of oatmeal, and I'm gonna head down to the Champs Quick Shop here and grab a sandwich, a Snickers bar, and probably a power bar, because most of my power bar is gone. But because today is 70 miles and there are no services, so got plenty of water. I think I'm good. It's supposed to stay cool today, but high UV, so I put my sunscreen on, at least on my face, because it's going to be a bundle up morning. So I'll probably change clothes in the middle of the day as well. Hopefully I can find a spot to do all this. So I just walked down to the quick shop here to grab my lunch, and about 70 miles today to Eureka, and I don't know what the conditions there are. Well, I do know what the conditions there are. I'm gonna check when I get there, but it's supposed to be cold again tonight. Nice during the day, but if it's gonna be down in the mid 30s, I'm gonna have to hotel again, because I can't risk not getting good sleep, getting sick, and dealing with everything that comes with that, because the next day is about 80 miles, but that's followed by a rest day. So I just got to get there healthy. Stayed at the Cozy Mountain Motel last night. I will tell you, the absolute best shower that I've had this entire trip. It was hot and it had a lot of water pressure. And the bed was pretty comfy and clean, so all good. Got 3 or 4 climbs today. This one right out of the gate to get out of town. Could have used a couple miles of flat to get the legs warm, that's for sure. I'm not excited about riding in this fog because it's plenty cold. I know, fog, cloud, whatever, but really don't want to get wet at all. Right now I'm working too hard to put my rain jacket on because then I'll be wet from the inside out. Whoa, that looks like a painting over there. That's incredible. Got the wind at my back for the moment. I'm currently at 2 miles up this hill out of Austin, and it keeps going, but I can't tell how far. Has a 3.2 mile climb, everything for about 3 to 8%. Really no flats. And there's a weather station, and then there's a downhill truck sign, so I'm pretty sure I'm at the top finally. It's about 7,435 feet in elevation, almost 1,000 feet of climbing this morning. first lunch. I think I'm going to save the other half for later. Pretty flat. Somebody told me at the restaurant last night that it's like 40 miles of flat, which I do have a nice tailwind, so. It's almost mile 38 out of Austin. There's this nice little spot here. Take a break, throw away your trash. So, problem is I want to be in the sun, but I also want to lay down for 10 minutes. So, dilemma's dilemma. I guess I'm gonna have to lay down in the shade, but supposed to have 7 miles left, so this can't be all of Eureka, but I guess in the outskirts. 3 miles to go, and it's all uphill.
I rolled into Eureka after a good day's ride of 70 miles and over 3,000 feet of climbing. Checking into the hotel, I ran into another cyclist riding the Pony Express Trail, something I didn't even know existed. I'd go to dinner with my new friend Nat at the only place in town. Months later, I'd interview Nat about his entire trip on my podcast. It's linked in the comments. I decided to take the next day off. That night, the panic attacks would return.